The Boy Who Cried Wolf. A tale of truth, lies, and the cost of being heard. The village of Eldenbrook. Nestled between the rolling hills and whispering pines of the Elden Valley lay the village of Eldenbrook. It was a quiet place where the rhythm of life was dictated by the seasons and the sun. Farmers tilled the land, blacksmiths forged tools, and shepherds tended their flocks. Among them was a boy named Lorien, who had just turned 13. Lorien was clever, but restless. His father, a stern man named Garrick, was the village's chief shepherd. Garrick believed in discipline, tradition, and the value of hard work. Lorien, however, dreamed of adventure, of dragons and distant lands, of glory and tales sung by bards. His job was simple: watch the sheep on the northern ridge and make sure they didn't wander or fall prey to wolves. But Lorien found the task dull. Day after day, he sat beneath the same tree, staring at the same sheep, with only the wind and birds for company. 2. The First Cry. One afternoon, bored beyond measure, Lorien hatched a plan. He ran down the hill, breathless and wild-eyed. "Wolf! A wolf is attacking the flock," he shouted. The villagers dropped their tools and rushed to the ridge with pitchforks and torches. But when they arrived, they found nothing: no wolf, no blood, just sheep grazing peacefully. Garrick was furious. "Why would you lie?" he demanded. "I just wanted to see if you'd come," Lorien muttered. The villagers grumbled and returned to their work. Garrick warned him, "If you cry wolf again without cause, no one will believe you." But Lorien didn't listen. The thrill of seeing the village react, of being the center of attention, was intoxicating. 3. The Second Cry. A week later, Lorien cried wolf again. This time, he added drama. He smeared berry juice on his tunic and claimed he'd fought off the beast. Again, the villagers came. Again, they found no wolf. This time, they were less forgiving. Garrick didn't speak to him for 2 days. The baker refused him bread. Even the children mocked him. But Lorien didn't feel remorse. He felt misunderstood. "They don't see what I see," he told himself. "They don't know what it's like to be stuck up here, alone." 4. The Real Wolf. One misty morning, as the sun struggled to pierce the fog, Lorien heard a low growl. He turned, and there it was. A massive grey wolf, eyes like molten gold, stalking the flock. Panic surged through him. He grabbed his horn and blew with all his might. Wolf! A real wolf! But no one came. He shouted until his voice cracked. He ran toward the village, screaming. But the villagers ignored him. "It's just Lorien again," they said. "Let him play his games." By the time Garrick arrived, half the flock was gone. The wolf had vanished into the woods, leaving behind torn wool and bloodied earth. Garrick didn't yell. He didn't scold. He simply looked at his son with eyes full of sorrow. "You've made truth a stranger," he said. "And now it won't come when you call." The aftermath. The loss of the sheep was devastating. Winter was approaching, and the village depended on wool and meat. Garrick had to sell tools and barter with neighboring towns to survive. Lorien was shunned. He wandered the village like a ghost, no longer the boy who cried wolf, but the boy who cost them dearly. He tried to apologize, but words felt hollow. He tried to help, but no one trusted him. Even the sheep seemed to avoid him. 6. Redemption. One evening, Lorien overheard a group of hunters speaking of a wolf pack moving through the valley. He knew the terrain better than anyone. He knew where they'd strike next. He ran to Garrick. "I can help," he said. I know where they'll be. Garrick hesitated. Why should I believe you? Because I'm not asking you to come. I'm going alone. And he did. Armed with traps, torches, and a plan, Lorien ventured into the woods. He tracked the wolves, studied their patterns, and set traps near the southern ridge. Days passed. Then, one morning, the villagers awoke to find 3 wolves caught, and the rest driven away. Garrick found Lorien asleep beneath a tree, exhausted but alive. You did it, Garrick said. I had to, Lorien replied. Not for me. For all of you. 7. The new story. The village slowly forgave him. The baker gave him bread. The children listened to his tales. But this time, they were true. Lorien never cried wolf again. Instead, he became the village's protector, the one who watched the woods and warned of danger. His name became legend, not for his lies, but for his courage. And so, the boy who cried wolf became the boy who learned the weight of truth. Moral of the story. Trust, once broken, is not easily repaired, and truth loses its power when it's wrapped in lies. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. ALP Academy, learn lightly, grow deeply.